Hi, hello, everyone. Yeah, I am 3Pup. I'm really excited to show off Absolum for all of y'all tonight. For those of you who maybe aren't aware, I don't blame you. This game did come out during the Silk Song Hades 2 apocalypse of 2025. But yeah, this is a roguelike beat 'em up, and I'm going to show it off twice. I'm going to go ahead and get started here with one of the characters, Galandra. Quack, you mind giving me a countdown?
Absolutely. Kick it off in 3, 2, 1, go. Good.
Alrighty. Thank you. I'm gonna, before actually starting the run, we're gonna take a quick little detour down to this little secret undercraft area. I'm gonna just go borrow an item. For those of you who may have played the lesser-known indie game Hades, kind of like how that game has those keepsakes that let you like guarantee what god you start out with. I start with let's make sure I actually get the right one first. Come on. RNG, I'm begging you. There it is. I start with a trinket that guarantees that I get to start with a certain type of ritual. Rituals are like the boons of this game. They come in different classes of magic. I start with the Bramble ritual, which lets me have like power over these things called like, I think they're called thorn daggers. Basically, whenever I do a combo finisher, because this is a brawler beat 'em up style game. I have a 1-2-3 combo, and every time I do a combo finisher, I spawn these little daggers on the ground, and I pick them up, and we're gonna dodge that real quick, and I can throw them. It's pretty cool. Throwables actually scale quite hard in this game. So one of the fastest strats for this character in particular is to go really hard into those throwable daggers. I'll showcase why that's really good in just a second, but just to get more into like the basics of this game, my goal is to defeat the game's 4 major bosses. We'll meet them during the course of the run. To get to those bosses, I need to fight through these screens of combat encounters. I do need to clear every enemy on the screen for the most part. There's like some rare exceptions. There you go. And every 3 that's fine. Every 3 screens that I clear, I get either a like rest spot or a boss of some sort. And we're actually getting up to our first little mini boss here once I clear this screen of enemies. So we have our first mini boss here, the Mush Troll. We're just gonna bully him real quick.
And I love the spectacle fighter sort of like combo counter and style points things. That's always, like, I don't play spectacle fighters, but that's a way to my heart.
Yeah. Everything about this game just like feels and looks cool, which is like one of the reasons I was drawn to it in the first place.
Must die.
Yeah, it's just the punching stuff just feels good. It's fun.
Punching stuff
yeah.
feels good, not medical advice.
Oh, come on. As I make progress through this game, I do have a bunch of branching paths that I will follow. I do have a set path that I like to take that's just gets me the best optimization of upgrades and just general speed that I can. So like right now, let's throw that guy over there. Goodbye. Like the reason why I go for that Mush Troll boss to start is because I get what's called an inspiration, which like is like the major upgrades that you get during a run. They vastly like alter your combat capabilities. The one that I rerolled for is a move called Spirit Claw, which turns my combo finisher from just a normal kick to like this multi-hit claw attack. And in combination with the ritual that I picked up to make my combo finishers give me daggers every time I use them, I now go from getting 2 daggers per combo finisher to like 8, which is like way more like throwables than the game ever really expects you to have. So I will be like going really in on the throwables to get as much damage as possible. First, I have a pig here. We're going to use that to bully some enemies. The game does have these little come on. I need you to calm down here. The game does have these mounts that you can tame and ride. Important to note, to tame the mounts, you do need to pet them. So yes, you can pet the pig.
That's good and important.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. So now my daggers can pierce through enemies, which is good for like crowd control and stuff. But we have another mini boss here. I'm kind of going to bully him real quick.
Yeah, wow, you were not kidding about the damage on throwing knives.
Ah, that's fine. Throw some more daggers at him. Oh, come on. There we go. You may have noticed that I attacked the boss too much, and take that. I attacked the boss too much, and he kind of like flew away from me. That's this game's like infinite combo protection that's built in. It's called overpressure. It's just like a hidden gauge that builds up the more you attack an enemy, and if it like hits a certain amount, then the enemy gets a free break out of the combo, and you have to like wait for them to get back up.
Strong that I am in need of your service.
Nope. Got him out. Thank you. Yeah, other words, we're heading towards our first major boss, and now is probably a good time to like talk about like, you know, basic mechanics. I mentioned like, yeah, you have your basic 1-2-3 combo. Every character also has a unique skill. Galandra's is to swing her giant sword. I'm playing Galandra because who doesn't love women carrying giant swords? I mean, like,
it is a demonstrable fact.
Yeah, it's just true. Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, on top of your skill, you also have a bunch of different defensive capabilities. The three main ones you have are dodging, deflecting, and parrying, which is called clashing in this game. To dodge, it's pretty simple. Just use your like dodge button and avoid the attack. It's the safest, but also does not give you a window to punish. Generally, like how that works in like other kind of combo, other brawlers and spectacle fighters and everything else that have a parry. Deflecting and clashing are very similar, but they do operate ever so slightly differently. We'll go for that.
Its own song.
Deflecting is dodging into an attack, which does sound dangerous. You might ask, why would I do that? The attack is right there. I should probably avoid it, shouldn't I? If you do dodge into an attack with the right timing, you get a deflect, which deflects the attack. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's throw some daggers over there and get rid of those guys. Thank you. Okay. Go away. Deflecting an attack does give you a decent-sized... I'll go for that, thank you. Does give you a decent-sized window to punish, but not as good of a window to punish as if you were clashing. To clash, you need to parry an attack with your skill, like the sword here, or with your arcana, which if you see in the upper left corner there, I have a blue bar that's constantly rising and falling. That's like your typical beat-em-up fighting game, like super. I build up MP by fighting things and then spend the MP on my arcana. It's generally a pretty powerful attack that is unique to all of the characters. We got the boss here. Ooh, I forgot I didn't have any MP. Alright, we got enough on him. Let's throw some daggers. Shoutouts to composer Mick Gordon of Doom fame for doing the song on this, which it's incredible. And you barely get to hear it because this fight's gonna end pretty quickly.
Wow.
Goodbye.
Absolutely bully.
Stay hidden from the Eaters of Shadows.
Yeah, see and love in chat for best music in the game. 07s, I guess. Game can get kind of silly if you get the right build.
I call it marathon safety, but just like to prevent like for my own health of like I don't want to just keep let's grab that. I don't have any money for that. That's fine. In order to not have to just keep re-rolling for the best luck anyway, I may have acquired a certain exorbitant amount of the game calls crystals, which are like the meta, like your normal roguelike meta currency you spend on upgrades and stuff. On top of being spent for upgrades, in this game you also use crystals for re-rolling the upgrades that you receive during the run, which are your rituals and your inspirations. So I do try to guarantee a certain kind of selection of upgrades, mostly just because they go fast. There is still a good amount of variance within the run, though, of like the item upgrades that I pick up, which I want to see some certain items that I haven't really been seeing, but like it's gonna be okay. It just means we're gonna go a little bit slower until we get those upgrades. If we get those upgrades, who knows?
I mean, as we were talking about a little bit in the green room, you PB'd in this category literally yesterday, as I seem to recall, yes?
Yeah.
So, you know, if today so far is anything to go by, luck giveth, luck taketh away. And now the universe will hear me saying negative things about the run, and Tom's curse will kick in, and this is going to be blessed. I know, yeah, I'm wise to RNG's tricks, you see.
I guess also important to note, we're in a new environment. This game has like kind of 4 different continents. Your starting continent, and then there's a branching path you can take that leads you to 2 different continents. I take this path to Jeroba, the living continent, because the alternative, Yeldrim, is scary, and I don't like it there. There's like zombies and like other mean things, and I don't like being over there, so we don't go there. So yeah, we're in Yeldrim, which has another boss at the end of it. That's pretty good. We did just pick up an upgrade that is going to give me money based on the length of my combos. And basically, as long as I never get hit, my combos are going to be pretty good.
Something about turning your attacks into multi-hits that might be good for making that particular number go up.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, the build's starting to come together at this point, as I'm sure folks can see. Like, I'm now throwing out, like, just daggers that split in 3 and then also pierce 3 enemies, so I can kind of just, like, run to the edge of the screen and then throw daggers back behind me and profit, I guess. Actually, I will grab that food, because we do have an upgrade that gives me a little bit of overhealth, which is nice. The only problem with this build is that I have a cap of 20 daggers that I can hold at one time. So, like, these daggers are a finite resource that I'm trying to pick up these ones. Thank you. Grab that for some more crit chance, and then move on. So, like, sometimes I will have to slow down to do some melee hit combos to get my daggers back to again, clear out the screen. This is actually pretty good. Sometimes you'll see enemies, or sorry, yeah, you go first.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that sometimes you'll see enemies that are like glowing orange. Those are elite enemies. The scariest thing about them, for those of you who play fighting games, those armored enemies have super armor, which means that like my normal attacks do not stagger them like they are right now. It can be a little dangerous, which means because like I have more likely to get hit, and also the armored enemies do more damage. So yeah. Go ahead and grab
The power of life itself.
Oh, next mini boss. This boss is really silly.
God, you look so silly just sitting at range and throwing 800,000 daggers.
Too eager. A few years
Yeah.
ago, I held your title.
we're gonna go
The
ahead.
speed of the animation is absolutely perfect because it's like believable, but like your souped up, warrior lady could maybe do it, but it also looks perfectly comedic.
Memories.
It's yeah.
Please, I just need a minute.
Yeah, the funny thing about cool. Actually, we need that, and we get movement speed, and we get crit chance. Okay, we're good. We're cooking. That slingshot upgrade is probably the most important upgrade for this build because it increases throwable damage by 30%. That's a lot of percent.
That seems useful, yeah.
Okay, I guess let me grab the item there. Me and my ghost dog are gonna go on our merry way here. The ghost dog is the fastest mount in the game, I think, but doesn't really have great combat capabilities, so I kind of just park it at the edge of the screen and then jump back on to keep moving forward. Woo!
I love that he obediently sits there, which is lovely.
Yeah. Sometimes enemies can steal them, but I believe it's programmed so that only enemies from the environment in which the mount comes from can steal them, so only skeletons can ride the ghost dog. Other sentences that I didn't think I would say today,
Yeah, I mean, no, it seems that logic checks out.
Cool. Go ahead and grab more finisher damage. Yeah, my daggers, I believe, are at like 30 damage per dagger before I grabbed the slingshot, and now are at almost 60. So the slingshot is pretty good. All right. We are in our last section of this second environment here, which is going to be an arena battle with our next boss right here, the Lizard King. Cool. All right. It feels important to mention that, like, do not let me fool you. This game is actually quite difficult.
That's that. I'm wise to how speedrunners are.
We'll take health, sure. I when I played this game casually, it took me quite some time to even get past the Underking. This game is actually quite difficult. I do have all the upgrades unlocked, which is nice. It's actually kind of funny how much effort I had to put in order to get this speedrun online. There's lots of, casually, it's great. There's lots of cool side quests and, like, unique personal stories and everything for everyone. Get off. Yeah, please.
You're playing under my rules.
Okay. Goodbye.
GG Lizard King. But so then you said, what was the time delay, I guess, between playing this casually and speedrunning? Like, did you, because Absolum is not that old of a game. It came out, October of last year?
Yeah.
So were you always approaching it with the idea that, like, oh, this is my next speed game, or did something in the game speak to you, or how did that go?
I think it was just, like, the first time I got a full clear of the game, which, like, I won't talk too much about the story details because I want folks to, like, play this game casually and enjoy it, but it's great. Basically every time that I find a new speed game, it's not, like, something I set out to go speedrun. I kind of just, like, sit down, play a game casually, and you're like, that was pretty fun, let's run it back. And that's just kind of how it's been since.
The Root Sisters talked about freedom and life. They lie.
That's in my extremely unbiased opinion, that's a pretty good way to do it.
Video games are cool.
And there's so many of them.
There are so many video games.
And while that is generally a lot, it also means there's a video game out there for you.
Yeah.
I have no desire to rot here.
I love showing off like lesser known indie games because like there's like someone's next favorite game is just sitting there in like lost in the Steam library, just waiting for them to find it. And I just think it's a really cool feeling to be able to like show that to someone. Like even if you don't end up speedrunning Absolum, I still recommend you play it because it was my favorite game of last year. Yes, even like with the Silk Song Hades 2 Apocalypse.
Even with that game, even with that other game, there were what, like 7 viable standard game of the years last year. Kind of ridiculous.
It was a really good year for indies.
Yeah.
For those that like aren't as plugged into the scene, like I do recommend looking at I can't remember the name of the awards right now, but like any game that Indie Game Awards show that I'm forgetting right now nominated is good and worth playing. I do recommend it.
Oh, the IGAs, yeah. Just the Indie Game Awards.
Yeah.
Shout outs to 6-1 Indie. Not affiliated with them, they're just cool people.
Probably should mention, I'm in the last biome of the game, the city of Asterios, the home of Azra the Sun King. He's a big nerd, and we're about to go beat him up. Had to go do some branching paths where I can choose what paths I go down. There's I think 4 or 5 different paths you can go down. I picked the 2 fastest. I'm not going to grab anything there. We will grab that. And you had 3 pups, but how about 6 pup?
That's as many as 2 3-pups.
Yeah, I don't math. Shoutouts to math.
Like I said during Velatro, I can't play these games, but I am here for arithmetic.
Alrighty, so we have this kind of scripted sequence here where I need to break through these doors here. I do not need to kill the enemies on these screens, and I'm going to try not to. Except when I get bullied. Except when I keep getting bullied. My dogs are going to take care of the business over there. I don't really care what they're doing. I'm here for this guy. Get some good clashes on those guys, and okay. Sorry, daggers. Goodbye.
When in doubt.
Go ahead and grab that. And then here we have a timed sequence. I don't actually need to fight any of these enemies on the screen right now. I just like to do it for enrichment. I like punching things, so it keeps me busy while I wait for the timer to run out. Ow. I do also want to make sure that I'm around 20-ish daggers when I do finish this sequence for the final boss fight that's coming up right now. After this sequence, I guess. Oh. Shielded enemies are annoying me.
I also just thought that your dogs have individual names, and I think that's beautiful and perfect, actually.
They're actually set names. Like, if you rent out the dogs, they will be the same name every time. Alright, we're done here. Door will open up, and we got our final little enemy here. I'm going to park over here to be ready to throw us some daggers. Cool, we're done there. I will take this food here to get some extra HP. Not that I'm really worried about dying, but, you know, marathon safety and all that. We have an elevator sequence here, which is a great time to take a drink of water. Stay hydrated, chat.
You heard it here first. I actually hope you haven't heard it here first. But if this is the first time you're hearing stay hydrated, then please hydrate. We're worried about you.
And no, Monster does not count as hydration. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for the 7 of you in chat thinking that, please ignore the number of Dr. Pepper cans on my desk right now. Do what we said. Anyway, good luck, Azra.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, this boss fight is annoying because he plays by your rules. He can clash, he can deflect, he has rituals. It's really mean. we're gonna bully him a little bit in the corner here to get some daggers back, and then I'm gonna let him get up before overpressure hits. Well, dog hit him, but whatever. And we're gonna throw a bunch of daggers. Oh, okay. He's got iframes. Now we bully him. And surprise fake out, he's not actually dead. There is a phase 3 here. A phase 3 that we can maybe skip in a different run, in our second run, depending on how things go. Azra does have power over time magic, which is a whole thing, but it's again story stuff that I'm not going to get into. But Azra's down. Goodbye, nerd. Time for the true final boss. The boss's name is Absolum. They said the thing.
It's Absolum from the hit game Absolum.
Yeah. In case you're wondering, yes, Absolum just kills you on spawn. If you don't have extra life remaining, you just die. So yeah, game's hard. Ow. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time here building some daggers back up. Okay, I think we're good for now. Ow! Don't hit me. Okay, goodbye. This first half of the fight is split up into 3 phases. I'm gonna just bully it to the arbitrary health gate, and then wait, and then do it again. Cool. Grab some more daggers. And then second health bar activates. Gonna wait here a little bit for the boss to become hittable again. And then bully again. Cool.
God, this
And
is
then
so
we get this-
cinematic, though.
Oh yeah, I love this fight. I love this song. It's great. I love it. It's cool. Play this game. Oh, it's awesome. We do have this sequence here where I can't hit the boss, so I'm just kind of playing keep away for a bit until it breaks the floor. And then we're gonna fall on down, and then bully the boss until we win. Cool. There's the boss. We're gonna fast forward through
clear
some... Yeah, GG clear one. We're gonna fast forward through some stuff here. It's fine. And we're gonna move on to our second clear. As we're getting prepped for the second clear, it feels important to note that, like, if you are to look into the speedrunning of this game, there are 2 categories, warp and warpless. You may have caught it at... We're playing Frog.
Frog
you may have caught it.
Let's go.
You may have caught it at the end, after that night boss. That there might have been a blue portal. I don't know. That portal takes you to a random location on the map. It can take you to the final boss. It's random. Technically, the fastest way to play the game. Cool. Technically, the fastest way to play the game is to take the warp to the final boss and just kill him. But that's a little bit silly RNG, and like also just like not necessarily fun to me. I want to show off the whole game, not just like 3 rooms. So I run warpless, which means I just skip that portal. All right. So yeah, we have Rome. He's a frog wizard, which I think is cool.
Easily 2 of my favorite designations for a character in a video game.
Yeah, it's just a good combination of words. By his designation of being a frog wizard, Brome focuses a lot on magic, which means he focuses a lot on arcanas. The arcana that I chose for this run is the Swirling Tempest, I think it's called, which is those big tornadoes that you keep saying. They do a lot of damage, and you'll see exactly how much damage they do in this boss fight coming up. I should probably also note that Brome is actually an unlockable character. This game starts with 2 characters playable at the start, and then has 2 more unlockable that you can find during your casual playthrough. Alright, we're gonna ult here, which makes 3 frog wizards. And then, goodbye, boss.
Seems pretty good.
And we're gonna grab Drill Rush. The speed run fastest strat for Brome is all built around this inspiration called Drill Rush, which turns my charge attack skill into a Drill Rush, which I'll show off in just a second. Like so. I don't quite have everything I need to show off exactly how powerful the Drill Rush is, but we will get an upgrade right after at the end of this three screen section. Grab some money. Yeah. Probably good to note here that while it is random, like what screens that I do show up in a given section, within a screen, the enemy spawn rates are static. Like I know where they're coming from, and can generally prepare myself to like fight enemies where they spawn. Like I'm gonna know right here that two goblins are gonna spawn right here. We're gonna throw one over there, and just generally be a mean bully. Boop. Oh, come on.
That seems like an excellent memory and experience test, like, in terms of... I'm curious in the, 4 months, 5 months or whatever that this game has been out. What's your hour count in this game?
I think today will be the time I hit my 70th hour.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of my favorite things about speedrunning is like that moment when like it's like that time you're starting out your run and you don't really know like where everything is, you don't know the route super well, you're like missing things here and there, you're checking your notes, and at some point it just all kind of clicks and falls into place and you just know what you're doing, and it just kind of becomes muscle memory. Like that just feels really cool. It's one of the reasons why I love speedrunning. Oh, come on. Get out of here. Shielded enemies are big meanies that make you parry, and I don't like parrying because, like, I've gotten okay with it because, like, for some reason in the year 2025, the French were conspiring to make me learn how to parry. This game is made by a French team, and then also Expedition 33 came out. Cool.
Made from the blood of Talam. True.
Lots of games with really good feeling parries. I'm like, I guess I'll learn how to do it. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, I was originally a parry hater before a different indie game called Grime. Shoutouts Grime. Had one of the best feeling and like very visceral parry mechanics, and then it was over for me with another Crab's Treasure. Unfortunately, I think parrying is like a good mechanic. Like, it's gotten a bad rap because a ton of people do it, and so some of them do it in a way that doesn't feel as good. But like, parrying hits is satisfying.
It feels good. I gotta begrudgingly admit, it's fun. Yeah, there's the portal, by the way. I'm not taking it because like it goes to a random place and can sometimes take you to like, you remember that continent I mentioned that has all the scary monsters and zombies and stuff? It can take you there. I don't want to go there. It's scary. So yeah, we're just going to take our same path through, but we're going to show off some different strats because Brome uses a different style of ritual. I picked up an upgrade that lets me generate chain lightning whenever I use my skill. And kind of like how Galandra utilizes like multi-hit shenanigans to like really pop off, Brome's gonna do something similar. And now basically whenever I use this drill attack, I'm gonna cause a bunch of chain lightning particle effects to fill the screen. It's gonna look really pretty. Oh, come on. Once I can get these ghosts out of here. And that's kind of the main gist of this build, is just going back and forth and just drill rushing and then using the tornadoes. I picked up an inspiration called Arcana Mastery, which is unique to every character and unlocked by doing their personal quests, which, of course, is a secret for you to discover later when you play this game casually. But what it does in the game is it upgrades your Arcana in unique ways, depending on what Arcana you take. For the Tempest here, it makes, like, it like doubles the amount of tornadoes that you get and like just basically fills the screen. It's pretty cool. it's even more impressive when you use Brome's ultimate, which a UI element that I didn't explain. Underneath my character portrait, you should see that little star there. That's your ultimate charge. You get one ultimate per like rest spot, and to use your ultimate, you just like push triggers in, and then you get like a unique ultimate ability for your character. For Brome, Brome has the most powerful one because it refills his MP bar and then gives you 3 Bromes, each of which have their own each of which can like duplicate your attacks. That's why I was able to fill the screen with tornadoes during that one boss fight. We're going to go ahead and take that. Thank you.
That does seem kind of good. I also love how the Frog Wizard winds up being a CQC character, and the lady with the enormous sword sits half screen and throws daggers. That's good. That's good. I like that. Good design choices.
Yeah. All right. We got the Under King again. We're going to see even less of him this time.
I can.
You bring only death and destruction. Why don't I will show you?
He does force us back here like this every time at an arbitrary health gate, which is fine, because we're just going to ultimate here and then boop, boop. And goodbye.
Bye, Under King.
Yep, see ya.
Your life was almost as long as your legend.
Speaking of how many troubles that I had fighting the Under King casually, one of the cool things about speedrunning this game is, like, you know, you get back a little bit at the bosses that used to give you trouble all the time. It's just like, I used to think I wouldn't ever get past you, and now, like, you're gone. Goodbye. See ya.
This is true. Learning even a little bit about speedrunning Hades and, like, squaring up with specifically Hades 1, mine, because Hades 2 is still better than me. But, like, the first time I felt I could actively square up with, honestly, most of the bosses in that game, and also just all of Elysium. Special anti-shoutouts to Elysium Hades 1.
Special anti-shoutouts to Elysium Hades 1. Yeah, I don't like it there. Alright. We got a new friend here. It's a raptor. The Draco Raptor. It spits fireballs. It's pretty cool. I just think he's neat.
Seems useful.
He does have, like, seemingly the lowest health of all the mounts, which is a little, like, whatever, but, like, it's fine. Mostly the mounts are there just to give us a little, like, speed boost. A little bit of extra movement speed, because moving fast is good. We like doing that. Ooh, do not bully me. Thank you. Ooh. There we go. I think we've gotten far enough into the run that it's time to get real nerdy with it. I've mentioned this, like, to friends and stuff. One of the reasons why I like this game so much is I like fighting games, but, like, fighting games also give me anxiety, like playing online against other people. And this game and other beat 'em ups let me, like, get the outlet for playing a fighting game without all the anxiety, which is, like, just great for me. Like, one of the cool things about Brome's Drill Rush is that it's also an off-the-ground attack. And for those of you who don't play fighting games and aren't hyper nerds, when an enemy falls on the ground and is prone on the ground, normally you're not supposed to be able to hit them.
Seeing my home like this.
But if you have an attack called an off the ground, you can actually knock them back up into the air, which is really nice for Brome because it means they basically can always keep damaging, which is really nice. But the, like, other nerd stuff, like, this game's still really new in terms of speedrun. I would love to be able to learn more about, like, the frame data going into these attacks. Like,
I was gonna ask if there's a source for that.
The only documentation that I've found so far is the one that I've written up myself.
Hey, shout outs to making speedrun resources. You love to see it.
Like, there's not even a wiki for, like, what all the inspirations and stuff do. Which, like, this game is still being actively developed, which is another plus in its favor for those of you looking for a cool casual game. Like, I believe there's an update coming out, like, this week with some fresh new content, which is, like, really cool. Love to see that. Like, I thought this game was a pretty complete package when it came out, but like, if they're gonna keep supporting it, like, yeah, cool.
Bonus, yeah.
Yeah. I do hope that with time they can like add some, like, I know like Hades has like some like information compendiums and stuff like in game, which would be like nice to have. But also like, having more people come enjoy play the run, like do the run, and like we can collaborate with creating more resources, which would be cool. If anyone is interested in learning the speedrun, feel free to DM me on Discord. I do love yapping about it, as you can see, like, right now. I can keep talking about this game for quite some time. I probably will not cover everything that I, like, have written down as, like, notes of, like, cool things to talk about. Because sometimes it's good just to let the particle effects breathe, you know.
That's an incredible quote, actually. I'm stealing that for later. And honestly, Loki, you do have me talking about OTGs with your frog wizard. Like, that does speak to a despicable part of my soul. Forged in the fires of Street Fighter.
For those that might be, like, scared off by those things, it feels important to mention that, like, there's, like, no motion inputs that would, like in Street Fighter that could be a little intimidating to some. Let's not get bullied here. Yeah, I think we can actually just ult here. Ow! Don't do that. We're gonna ult again here. They are a little separated, which is a little awkward, but...
The juggles, though.
Yeah, you got, like, air combos and juggling and everything. It's cool. You even got, like, tech hits, like, when you, like, hit an enemy against the wall. Like, that does extra damage as well. Shoutouts to Guilty Gear. If you noticed in the Azra fight, like, he literally knocks you through the scenery, which I think is awesome. This game's got a lot of fighting DNA in it, and it's really cool. We're gonna grab that, and sure, that too. Those just in general, like, shoutouts to, I can't remember, Super Crush Games, the devs, I believe, and Dotemu is the publisher. We've been, like, quietly living in a, like, beat-em-up renaissance for the past couple years now. Ever since the release of Streets of Rage 4 a couple years ago. Basically, the same company has just been releasing banger after banger beat-em-up and, like, just advancing more and more on the genre. I know Streets of Rage 4, I believe, had a DLC that added a roguelike mode that was really popular, and they they iterated on that through their future games to the point where, hey, now we're at Absolum, where they just straight up made, like, it's like, hey, let's just make a roguelike beat 'em up, and I think that's really neat. Beat 'em ups are a really cool genre from the arcade that I don't think get a whole lot of love, other than, like, you know, your usual suspects of, like, Streets of Rage, Turtles in Time, stuff like that. But, like, yeah, beat 'em ups are cool. Play beat 'em ups. I don't know.
I was definitely not like an arcade beat 'em up girly as a kid. But always, you know, fighting games and platform fighters were a big part of my childhood and adolescence, and so, like, I'm coming around on beat 'em ups. This is a good sales pitch.
Let's fish for a specific upgrade here, if I can. Nah, it's fine. I don't care.
It longs to be unleashed.
I got one more opportunity for an upgrade before the final boss.
Walking into the
we'll see if we can get it
tyrant's
done.
maw.
I could bring her that's one of the, like, the bosses I actually fought earlier. I can invite her along to the final boss here in this section, and if I do, I would be able to buy another inspiration off of her after the fight. I don't have enough money for that, so I'm not going to do that because it makes the fight harder. So we're just going to go in as is, and we're going to just drill rush back and forth with our particle effects. As so.
Lightning seems kind of good.
Yeah, it's casually, it never really felt super great, but it's one of those ones where, like, it just scales really hard. Every ritual type in the game has, like, two kind of different, like, gimmicks that it has. Like, the The easiest one is like fire, has like burn, which is a damage over time effect, and explosions, which are explosions.
Chat, write that down.
Yeah, the two gimmicks for thunder rituals are the chain lightning, which are seeing like the actual chain lightning, as well as the what are called proximity charges. You may have been seeing them when I use my Arcana, like these little like. Come on. Can you give me the thing? I think we're getting it. It's fine.
RNG testing you.
Alright, get bullied.
You're playing under my rules.
I truly don't think we're playing under your rules, Lizard Game. I think if you review the game footage, actually, Frog is setting the rules.
Yep. Right there, that like little pink thing in the air, that's a proximity charge. If an enemy steps underneath it, it will explode and do a lot of damage. One of the reasons why Thunder is so good is a trick that I'm going to try to show off, but I'll explain it here while I'm moving through this section in Asterios. You remember that third phase of Azra where like he comes back to life and has time magic now? You can actually skip that. There's a glitch where if you hit Azra in his dying animation, you actually kill him before he can revive and come back with full health. Which is pretty cool. It doesn't save a whole lot of time, to be honest. It's like maybe like if the fight goes well, it saves like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. But also, that third phase can go very poorly, very quickly. So it could save you upwards of like 30 seconds if a hypothetical fight were to go bad. Proximity charges are one thing that can actually kill him in his dying animation because they linger a little bit after the fight would like end. So we'll hopefully get to show that off. I think it's really cool when it happens, but like this is not the easiest character to do this with. The other unlockable character in the game, Cider, is generally who I'm like the most consistent with getting that skip with.
So okay, so you play at least 3 characters. What was the decision to take these 2 into the showcase today?
Galandra, because she is cool fighter with big sword, and Brome because Frog.
No further questions. Seems simple to me.
That was pretty much my logic. The reason why I learned those characters, I learned Galandra because, girl. I learned Cider because, like, cool MB half doll, like, killing machine with explosives. Cool. And then I learned Brome because Frog. The last character that I don't play, I have played him a little bit. He is fun, but his name's Carl. Yes, his name is Carl. Everyone I've said that to laughs. Like, he's just like, really? His name's just Carl. I'm like, yeah, it's just Carl.
That's actually perfect.
Yeah, in a fantasy world with characters named Galandra, Cider, and Brome, you also have Carl. You know, like the guy who like visits your dad on Sundays to go watch football.
Every group needs one name grungler. Is that a thing? I'm deciding that's a thing.
Important fact to note that I will, if I have time, I might show it off after this run. Brome is a proud father.
Assassin?
Hey, good for him.
Yeah. And I might, if I could finish fast enough, I might go run past so we can maybe go meet the frog babies. They are my favorite. But until then, we have the next door section coming up. Brome is okay at breaking the doors. I'm gonna try to use my Arcana here pretty excessively just to get through these doors pretty immediately. And then, yep, chain lightning, that's fine. break through the next door. I do want to have some MP for the mage that's at the end of this hallway. Okay, yeah, through that door there. And then, hey friend. Nope. Yep, see ya. And then, sometimes... Come on. Okay, there he is. Sometimes the enemy from the previous screen can sneak in and waste a little bit of time. It just happens. And then here we got the timed door sequence again. Once again, mostly an auto-scroller. So, like, you know, how y'all doing?
Chat, how are you? Chat, how's the RNG looking for you? Are you well rested?
Are you drinking actual water and not like a soda of some sort?
Wow, okay,
we do have an elevator
out directly.
We do have another hydration break coming soon. Once I get past the sequence and into the elevator.
I do have
shout
to
outs to speed runs with breaks.
True. I was also gonna say I do have to call out chat being, of course, funnier than I could ever be with Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Carl.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, doors opens. We're gonna just beat these enemies here, and then we're gonna bully that guy real quick. How are you not dead? Goodbye. See ya. Thank you. All right, enter our elevator for our union mandated water break. Stay hydrated, chat.
Vengeance will be mine.
And we're almost done. I hope y'all have had fun. I hope y'all enjoy this game. I hope y'all play it casually. It's great.
Good luck, final bosses.
Yeah, thank you. I do find that Brome has the worst Azra kill of the 3 characters that I play, so we'll see how this goes.
Because I presume we saved the ultimate for Absolum.
Generally, yeah. Oh, come on. The nice thing, at least, is that our Arcana does have priority over his attacks, because normally he has priority over us in terms of, like, deflecting and flashing and everything else. But we can just, like, throw down our Arcana and just bully him. Okay.
I will say, interesting move on the deflect is impeccable BM from Azra.
Oh, yeah, like, oh, come on. Owie. Okay, that's fine. Alright, I'm gonna try to set up the quick kill here. We'll see how it goes. We got it. Cool. If you hear his dying sound effect while he's dying, that means we got it. Look at that. We're done. We are out of MP for the Absolum fight, which is a little not great, but I'll probably just ult and refill it. It's fine.
God, the instant kill is so nasty.
It's really mean, yeah. To start in the game, you only have the 1 life. But, yeah, goodbye. But there are, like, just like Death Defiance in Hades, you do have, like, multiple lives you can get as upgrades, which is nice. Okay, go away, please. Oh, goodness. Okay. Alright, set up here, swing back and forth here a little bit, get some MP back, and then boop, boop. Get into phase 2 here, which it's weird because it's like phase 1 has 3 phases and then phase 2 has 2 phases, but like whatever, semantics. And then, nope. Let him do attack there. Oh, goodness. And so I do find, at least like the way I play Brome, he does have the best screen clearing capability, so he's really fast in terms of the clearing out all the enemies on the screen, but does not have the greatest single target damage, which is like showcased here with these fights where like Galantra was able to kill Absolum real quickly, and meanwhile Brome's having a little bit more of a struggle. We're gonna be fine. It's just gonna be a little bit slower than Galandra. Okay. Should be it there. And time.
GG. Nice. What was your PB from yesterday, out of curiosity? I want to know how close it was.
My PB from yesterday, I don't know the total time. I just know I got a 24-23 in a single run, which was my new overall PB. I believe my PB for overall is about 54 minutes.
All right, and I have gotten word from production that if you want to show us the frog babies, we could. Chat has earned the frog babies.
Let's go. While we go over to the frog babies, I have been 3-pup. I have been 3-pup.
There's so
These are the frog
many of
babies.
them. Wait, that's perfect.
They sing a little song for you. Thank you, chat. You've been great. I love y'all. I've been 3-pup. If you enjoyed this, you can follow me on twitch.tv/3pup, where I speedrun this game and others, like Small Saga, which I will be featuring on Frost Fatales in March. So tune into that too. That'll be really fun. Other than that, thank you, Quack, for having me on. Toss it back over to you.
Yeah, it just occurred to me how wide the variety of games you play. So I was thinking like Crano and this and Small Saga, and there's literally no genre similarity between them.
No.
Indie games are cool, y'all. Play indie games. But that is going to be it for us here at Make Your Own Victory. If you enjoyed this show and want to keep the good times rolling, in a few minutes, we are going to be segueing over to Think Fast, the speedrunning and trivia show. So if you like nerdy nonsense in your speedruns, that's going to be entirely perfect. Make Your Own Victory will return in 2 weeks on February 23rd. For that show, it will not be me hosting, but it will be a treat for you. It will be for you to see who steps into the desk. I'm going to be away, but there will still be Make Your Own Victory 2 weeks from now on Monday night, as usual. And yeah, also, of course, if you're following the channel, check out all of the other Hotfix shows that are coming up, including our Games Done Blindfolded showcase in just a couple of weekends, featuring a non-stop roster of incredible speedruns with no vision. It's going to be an absolute treat. But yeah, that has been it for us here at Make Your Own Victory. Speedrunning is a beach day. Thank you so much for playing in the sand with me. Have a good one.